Welcome to Barta, the Indic Voice, another episode of Barta. I am Balram Singh, Director of Center for Indic Studies at University of Massachusetts. And today we have a very distinguished guest with us, Dr. Vanita Sastry, who is the President of Meru Education Foundation and also Executive Director of the TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs.
Right.
Welcome, Dr. Vanita Sastry.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
A little bit about the TIE. You are right now the Executive Director of TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs.
Right.
What is this TIE and what does it do?
TIE is an organization that fosters entrepreneurship. It was formed in California in Silicon Valley in 1992 with the mission to help entrepreneurs get started. So now it has grown to over 53 chapters worldwide, and Boston was the second chapter that got started in 1997. We are the largest chapter in North America and very active with the mission to foster entrepreneurship through education, networking, and mentoring.
This is Indus Entrepreneurs, so something related to India.
Right, so it got its name from the original group that started it. These were all entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs from Indus region and South Asia, so that's how it got its name. It has grown to become a mainstream organization. It's a very open, inclusive, broad organization. It has chapters in Europe, in Thai Rockies, in Arizona and Japan now, so it's really growing, but yes, the origin and the anchor was the Indus region.
And most widely in the United States.
Yes, it has the largest number of chapters in the United States.
Thank you very much. Now to a little bit of introduction to Dr. Vanita Sastry. She has a PhD in political economy from Cornell University, has been teaching in several universities in Boston area, including Harvard and Boston University and Wellesley College, and for University of Massachusetts Dartmouth. She has been teaching for last 3-4 years a course on business entrepreneurship in India and also Indian civilization. So we are very happy that we have this occasion to talk to Dr. Vanita Sastry under a very different headline today. I will come to that, but I want to ask her a question that she is the president and co-founder of this Meru Education Foundation that you founded along with your husband Shekhar Sastry. Tell us something about this Meru Education Foundation, which I understand is in Lexington, Massachusetts.
That's right. So we founded the Meru Education Foundation in 2002 with the mission to promote arts, culture, history, languages of India for audiences everywhere. Our focus was to help the other, the second generation, the Indian Americans raised here, to understand the grammar behind our culture and what is the focus of why is yoga good for you, and why is Indian music good for you, what does it do to your being, to focus on the grammar. So our mission is really to get a deeper understanding of some of our knowledge systems that come from ancient India but are very relevant today in our modern living.
And what is this Meru? What does the Meru stand for?
Meru, the name comes from the Mount Meru, which is a mythical mountain. It comes from the ancient Indian Indus tradition. It's also shared by Buddhism and by Sumeru of Middle East.
Okay.
It is really, very simply, it's your center. It could be your center
Pillar.
of pillar.
Yeah.
It's your center of your body. It could be. So we really use the word because it is. We wanted to understand our core and go back to our center. And also, it's a small name, very easy to say and understand, and it spans different traditions and cultures. So it's not only focused to one, but spans several cultures. So that's how we used the name.
Beautiful. So what's the vision for this Meru Education Foundation?
So like I said, our vision is really to promote arts and culture, the history of the Indus region and its people. In doing that, we have been doing various programs. We do a Summit Meru, where we bring a distinguished scholar from anywhere in the world to focus on one particular topic. It could be architecture in India, it could be classical music. We've done several ones on classical Indian dance. We also ran a camp for children where they would learn languages and a little bit more deeper understanding of the culture. And then finally, the third thing that we have done very successfully is to build a lesson plan on India to teach about India for the public schools.
And at what grade, what level?
For every grade, from K to 12. And in doing that, we did a lot of research in understanding the Massachusetts state frameworks, the curriculum frameworks, and we wanted to link the study of India to the social studies curriculum. So not just anything on India, but somehow relate it with what the students were going to study in that particular grade. I will give you an example. For instance, in grade 4, students study ancient civilizations. So we looked at and saw whether they were actually doing something on India, and we said, well, the Indus Valley civilization is a very good fit here, and it was easy for us to make the lesson plan for that grade. So it really, fitted in with what they were studying overall for the year.
Yeah.
So that was a very good fit.
Dr. Sastry, you didn't mention this, but you have been a little bit more than just presenting lesson plans. You recently published this book, The Salem India Story, Maritime Trade Between Salem, Massachusetts and India, 1788 to 1845. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The book got released recently, I understand. I know it was released during the Vedanta Congress also. Tell us what really prompted you to write this book.
So as I was saying, the book came out of our drive to make a lesson plan for every grade. So for grades where there was already something on India, it was easy to make a lesson plan. But the grades where students were studying US history or Massachusetts history, to find something that would fit India or bring India was a challenge. So when I came across this topic, that actually there was 200 years back, there was a lot of trade between Massachusetts and India, this became a very natural fit. And we said, well, let's build a lesson plan around it. So originally I had no idea to write the book. I was building the lesson plan. And we did so much research to put all the pieces of the lesson plan together. And as we built the lesson plan, we wanted to make it very interesting for the children, for the students. So all our lesson plans have an interactive aspect to it. So in this case, there is a trade game.
Yeah.
And the other thing we found was when we worked with the public schools, if there are resources and materials very easily available for teachers, then they can bring it to the classroom much more easily for themselves. So having done all the research, I said, well, why not I put it together in a book? Then it will always be there for teachers, for curriculum developers, for museum goers, for students to read. And that's how actually the book came out. And we are very happy to have published our first book this April.
So when you say first book, that means there is a chance the second and third and fourth coming?
Yes, we hope we will bring more Meru books on our lesson plans and our other modules that we have built.
And they will be focused in Massachusetts or history or any other fields?
They would be focused on our lesson plans that we have done. So not all of them are Massachusetts, they could be anything. For example, there's one, as I said, in Indus Valley. There is one on the influence of Gandhi on Martin Luther King, and there are several such.
So this book, even though it says Salem India Story, it's a maritime trade between Salem, Massachusetts and India, but you foresee this being used in other places in the country?
That's right. I hope so. We have already presented this book and this lesson in various public schools around Lexington and Burlington in Massachusetts. But I think the topic and the content of it is relevant. It talks about the first connection of India to the US.
Yeah.
So to that extent it is relevant to all states, all the 50 states.
You think this is the first connection ever for trade between US
yes.
and India?
Yes, yes, from Salem.